What is going on, everybody? We're here. We're live. We are on time and heterosexual today. I saw you in the chat. I saw some people thinking we were going to be late and gay, including the host herself, the co-host. But no, we started right exactly on time.
It's only because of my post, though, that you were like, all right, we're going early.
We're
going to be on time.
Like, because you said that, it pissed me off. So I'm like, fuck it, we're going.
Yep.
Like, with 20 seconds to go, I'm like, fuck it. Boom. Let's do it.
Yep. That's true.
That's right. But we are here for the FML podcast, the 17th FML podcast in history. And we're still going strong. Well, I don't know about strong. We're still going. So that's got to count.
Limping along, surviving.
We haven't given up on the stream like we've given up on life, at least not yet. But yeah. Vera Dark, how are you doing?
Doing okay. How are you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing all right. My Chicago Bears are doing good.
Yeah.
I can't believe that we're so close to Christmas. That's my main thing. Like Jay said to me this morning on Geeks and Gamers Daily, he's like, yeah, 10 days till Christmas. And I was like, what? And it's like,
yeah,
it's true. It's fucking 10 days till Christmas. And that just kind of blew my mind, honestly, because fuck.
That's what I hate about the holiday time is that it's 11 days to this thing, or 10 days to this thing, or 9 days to this thing. Like it's a countdown, and so it feels like time goes by way quicker. But I mean, I guess it could be worse. I mean, the thing is, though, will you get to that day 10? Who knows? You might die before then. Maybe.
Who fucking knows? Hopefully at this point. But yes, we are 10 days till Christmas. The year is closely coming to an end, and it seems like every time you wake up, something's fucking wrong, something's bad, something bad happens in life. But that is the way that it is, whether it's with entertainment or politics or people dying or whatever. We got a pretty rough story to talk about today. Rob Reiner being murdered by his son, who apparently struggled with drugs and addiction and maybe mental health stuff. Pretty shocking story. I was live when the news started to break, when we just had the information that somebody had been found dead. It certainly sounded like it was Rob Reiner, but nobody knew for sure. It was kind of a mess to kind of get through. But yeah. Lovely Sherry says, I left Jeremy's stream to be here. Well, I appreciate you, the lovely Sherry. Good. Fuck him. He knows I stream now.
That's true.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
It is what it is. There's so many damn channels and so many people that do streams nowadays. You can never stream without streaming over somebody else.
Yeah, there's always going to be somebody live when you are live. So it's just the way the game goes.
There's always going to be somebody that's upset.
Yeah.
What can you do? I see Maddie, Darth Ghostface over on Rumble. Thank you guys for being over on Rumble. I think we are live over there. Yes, we are indeed live over on Rumble now as well. So, your Patriots lost. Vera, how do you feel about that?
Oh, no. Anyway.
So you just don't care. You pretend like you just don't give a shit, so it doesn't matter. That can't upset you. That can't make you mad.
Well, I'm not somebody who watches sports. I just get, like, the lowdown from family members, and that's about it. Besides that, I don't have any skin in the game. Doesn't matter to me if they win. Doesn't matter to me if they lose.
Got it. What a way to go through life, where it doesn't affect you. I did. Look, I am short on whiskey, so I had to go grab rum.
I just got a brand new bottle of peanut butter whiskey.
Oh, there you go.
Hell yeah. Good. It is good.
I got some old Captain Morgan. It's about fucking $12 probably. So
yeah, this shit was like fucking $30.
That's not too bad. What kind is it?
It's Screwball.
Okay, Screwball. Yeah, Screwball's all right. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we need to even pull it out today. Who knows?
It's true.
That may not have any need to. So you never know. But let's hit some of these super chats. We do have a couple topics. We got Avengers Doomsday. Hope there's so
Wait, we have topics? That's insane, man. You made it sound so shocking.
Well, I feel like we have more topics today that we might not even get to some of them just because we do have a lot of topics to get to. So
Yeah.
my bad. I meant that we have a plethora, a cornucopia of topics to
We
cover. Is that
do.
better?
Yeah, that is better.
Cornucopia?
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right. There's a bunch of people who are really mad that Steve Rogers is coming back for Doomsday because they love their failed black characters.
Boo
So,
hoo.
hmm.
All 5 of them are going to be upset.
Anyway, maybe you should have, I don't know, if more people had showed up to watch these dog shit characters, maybe they wouldn't have to bring everybody back from the dead.
It's a really good point. Yep.
I'm just saying. Maybe that would have been the key. If they'd been successful, maybe they wouldn't have fucking done this.
Yep. It's like how there are the outrage mobs, and like, of course, the journalists fall into this category about Concord. Oh my gosh, Concord failed because you guys didn't give it a chance. I don't know if your fucking modern audience actually showed up and they actually bought the game and they actually played it, then the game wouldn't be dead. They'd probably be on like season 2 for the game. But you guys set up and down, oh my gosh, it's gonna come out, it's gonna prove that Shud's wrong, and then of course it was an epic failure, but you only have yourselves to blame.
Same thing with like things like the Acolyte or whatever, these Marvel projects that don't fucking. So it's people's fault for saying this is shit. Well, if the people that love it showed up, it would still be successful and it wouldn't fucking matter. So then the blame shifts to, well, because people were piling on and because people were saying it was bad, that made people not go. Well,
Right,
if that's the case,
it wasn't a fair shot.
yeah, if that's the case, then there's plenty of stuff that we don't like. There's plenty of stuff we think looks like shit that succeeds. So what is the argument there? We can only do it every once in a while. We can only get together. We can only band together to like make this character fail. Everybody fucking didn't watch Captain America Black Brave New World because Sam Wilson's black. Well, it's weird that the racists couldn't all get together and agree not to go see Black Panther. There's a lot of fucking black people in it. Like it's nonsensical.
No, it just depends on how these people are feeling and like what they think the best excuse or who the best finger to point at for the blame is. And yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of the time now it just boils down to, oh, you're racist or sexist or some isterphobe, but it's never consistent with them, because then sometimes they'd have to just admit that they were wrong and it just wasn't a good product, and they hate doing that.
Yeah. Let's catch up on some of these super chats. We have super chats, Farah, just like we have topics. Uncle Detroit, member for a month. Not much to say, but great show and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
It is getting very close to Christmas. We're doing, so we have a show on the 22nd and the 29th. So
I mean, we have a show every Monday. Yeah.
Well, I was just checking to see if it was like close to
Yeah, no, it
Christmas
doesn't
on a
actually
Thursday.
fall.
So,
Yeah, no, it
yeah,
doesn't.
yeah.
None of the big events over the next 2 weeks actually fall on the Monday. So unfortunately, you don't get a day off unless it's like a planned day off, you know. Sorry, Ryan. Frozen? He's frozen, guys. Uh-oh. I don't know if I'm frozen or if he is frozen. So I have to wait for chat to catch up. But I'm just going to talk anyway. Oh. Froze? Okay, he did freeze. I wasn't sure if it was me or not. StreamYards fucking sucks. Guys, he was upset. He was upset that you said Merry Christmas because he's not feeling very merry anymore. I'm frozen. I'm not frozen. He is frozen. Time for half shots. Well, see, Ryan is the one who typically does discount shots. It's his channel this week, so I can't take a half shot. But that's okay. We can talk. He'll be back in a minute. Oh,
All right, can you
he's
hear me?
back.
All
I
right.
can hear you.
I just
Welcome back.
switched over to the mobile hotspot because fucking Spectrum is on the Spectrum. It fucked up right at the end during the Sports Wars stream. Didn't have any problems. It was okay. And now
The
this.
internet.
Fuck that.
Yep. That sucks. Good way to start Fuck My Life.
Fuck my life. Fuck my internet.
Yep.
Fuck everything. Ryan Charlton. Oh, so Vera's here. You're on time even without a Beetlejuice summon. I'm hurt, Ryan. I was like 2 minutes late yesterday when I streamed. Not that big of a deal. But yeah, because
I'm always
Vera
on time.
did that shit in the chat. It pissed me the fuck off.
I knew that it would. Very predictable.
I'm easily triggered. I got triggered by some fat whore in the chat yesterday. Stupid bitch.
I mean,
People
that's
say
women,
nice.
right?
People say nice audio delay. Is there a big audio delay for me?
Not for me. No.
So if I clap,
You're 100% fine.
all right. Fuck you in the chat then. David Smart Jr. for 5. Hail Vera and Ryan. My FML story is a list. My main fuck my life is I live in NYC with liberals shaking my head. You guys rock. I'm drunk. Vera is hot and Ryan is cool.
I mean, I get that. I'm Boston, so fuck my fucking life. East Coast. It's a special place.
I'd rather be cool than hot. So thanks, David. Yeah, I would never want to live in New York City. Never.
So people are saying you're muted. I hear you. What do they mean you're muted?
They're fucking
trolling.
with me.
They're trolling. You guys drive me insane. I'll time you guys out. I will.
No, don't fucking time anybody out or I'll fucking time you out.
I'll give them the good old 5-second bops.
5 second, yeah.
I will.
Now, if anybody does get annoying and somebody super chats enough, we can fucking mute somebody. But my policy is generally let people be retarded. That's my policy on most things in my chat. So.
Well, I mean, then yeah, I guess if we're banning people that are retarded, then 99% of chat it's gone. So I suppose I understand the mentality.
99% of the world would be gone.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, I usually don't do timeouts or bans. It's only for spam. That's pretty much it. Like only if people are like flooding and spamming, get the fuck out of here. That's pretty much it. Everybody else, we usually just make fun of until they leave voluntarily.
Jon Snow. He never came back.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Jon Snow.
Yep.
There's this one dude who's fucking always fucking constantly every Geeks and Gamers stream. Sometimes he comes over here. He started like just fucking spamming my Instagram and my TikTok today. It's like this dude is fucking.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't even block him. I don't block people, so I just like don't let him comment. So what are you gonna do? Jesus for 2 says, "Fuck my life." Yeah, you're Cowboys, Jesus. You're probably feeling like shit today.
Sucks.
Robert Hayes, hail fuck my life. Hail back to basics, Lara Croft.
I know. So many people are upset.
Are you a big Tomb Raider person?
I am a big Tomb Raider person, yes. Yes, I am. I love Lara Croft.
I honestly don't know too much about this new game. I've never been super into Tomb Raider, if I'm being honest.
Well, one's just a remake.
But yeah. there are a lot of people who are very triggered, I suppose, that apparently Lara Croft is too good looking. Woof. This new design for Lara Croft is really jarring. I joke that she looks like those anti-woke face turned photos of make gaming characters hot again, but I don't know if it's a joke anymore. What do you mean she's fighting for her life and she has a thick set of falsies?
So their profile description sums it up perfectly. They claim that they are a quote-unquote award-winning journalist. So that means they're a fucking numbskulled retard. They truly don't need to tell me anything else about themselves if they're sitting here complaining that she looks too good. And to top that off then, in the reply, they said, "Oh, you guys took this seriously and you took the bait and you proved my point." What point were you truly trying to prove? Okay, clearly people, just like other attractive people, Lara Croft has always been a femme fatale. Lara Croft has always been a bombshell. She's always been beautiful. So the fact that you thought that like people were going to be upset with you and say that she's jarring just proves how much of a tourist they are, because she's always been a supermodel. And I don't even think that this design of her is a supermodel. She looked better in something like Underworld. She definitely had a much larger chest. They would put her on display a little bit more, but her face looks really pretty. And anybody that's complaining that, oh, it's jarring because she's cute now, it's just, it gets very easy to point and laugh at them because they're, yeah, just a major tourist and they deserve to be mocked. And this person's getting, man, just absolutely slammed by gamers.
Yeah, people are starting to complain that she's too good looking. OMG, we are so back.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Lara Croft looks good.
Yes, she does.
I did see this. Imagine being a conventionally attractive woman. You get hired to be a model for a video game character. You do your job, collect your check, go home. Trailer for the game gets released. You see the Western game devs have mangled your face to make you look as androgynous as possible. A few years pass. You see a trailer for a new Tomb Raider game. You see Western game devs made the character conventionally attractive. Just going to say it. I'd be pissed off.
Well, exactly, because if you look at, like, in Star Wars Outlaws, Humberly Gonzalez, she's a pretty woman. The actress who they originally modeled Aloy after is pretty. I mean, even the Fable actress, while she, I don't think, in my opinion, is very pretty, I still think that she looks a little bit more feminine in real life than her character does. That's for sure. And in general, this is a running theme as they take these women and yeah, they just absolutely mangle their faces, and it boils down to there being so many activists within the video game industry who are so upset that they themselves were beat with the ugly stick in life. So they want everybody else to look ugly. And then when you only have we'll say pretty looking character in some games, they act like she's a absolute 10 out of 10 goddess, but that's just because they're constantly surrounded by ugly people, and so they think maybe 7 or an 8 is a 10 or a supermodel status, and it's just so hilarious.
Yeah, and then it comes to this one. It's somebody says, hey, Tomb Raider is an IP designed for teenage boys. It's not for grown women. It's not for queer folks like myself. It's not even for grown-ass men. Lara Croft is a character designed for the sole purpose of luring males between 16 and 21 into buying a video game.
That's just
what do you think about that initial take?
True. That itself is so retarded. Why would they ever just think to themselves, it's just to lure boys into buying games? And sure, I do think that males are obviously the majority of an audience. I don't know if I necessarily believe this whole 50-50 fucking even split in the video game industry between male and female gamers, because I think 75% I think 75% of the female gamers are just mobile gamers or Switch 2 gamers. Whatever.
Hey, let's not knock mobile gaming.
Mobile gaming is gay as hell,
Pokemon Go,
you're getting scammed. You are getting scammed by companies who don't care enough about you to make a high-quality product, and they want you to just open your wallet because they only view you as a walking wallet. But
Pokemon Go. But for the purpose of like talking about gamers, it's obviously such a flawed statistic when you're talking about, 40-year-old moms that are playing Candy Crush on their phone and lumping that in with people who are playing RPGs and shit like that. Or shooters. It's just not happening.
Yeah, but I don't think that Tomb Raider specifically was only designed for teenage boys. I think that, yeah, that's part of their targeted audience long, long ago in a galaxy far, far away, because now the only people that these activists target are the modern audience, which means that they're really trying to sell a game to like 20, maybe 30 people maximum. But I mean, even so, like, they say that it's not for grown women. Why would you say that it's not for grown women? Or why would it not be for grown men? Like, clearly it's for adults, period.
I think that it's like, I agree with the premise of the post. I don't know if this person genuinely means it's not like grown women shouldn't be playing it. Queer folks, not for grown men. I think it's more just like, hey, in general, this is who it's targeted towards. Other people can like it, other people that, but this is like the focus of what the franchise kind of started as. That was like kind of the intent. I kind of like agree with that.
Maybe my only problem is that this account is a woman. And generally, when women say something isn't for
And
women,
a
it's
gay
for a
woman.
specific reason. Yeah, it's for a specific reason. So
Well,
I don't know.
I don't think this is even like being critical of. I think it's just like
No,
pointing out a
I don't think it's being
statement.
critical. Yeah.
No, I don't think it's like slamming Tomb Raider for not supposed to being appealing for a gay woman, whoever this is. I think it's more just like a statement like, hey, just you guys, you people that are fucking complaining about her being hot or complaining about her wearing skimpy outfits, this is the core audience. And this person got really upset. This has to be fake. I don't know if I fucking believe this person's a real person. Worst take yet. She's a queer icon, and she'll always be. 90% of the fan base is LGBTQA+. And she inspired millions of women, including kid female gamers around the globe in a world designed specifically for male audiences. She broke every single barrier, and she's still thriving. There's no possible way this is a real post.
Over 100 million Tomb Raider games have sold. So you're telling me 90% of those fans are LGBTQIA plus XYZ 1, 2, 3. No fucking shot. Okay, there's absolutely no way. This person is just gotta be looking for jesters. They've just gotta be baiting. But unfortunately, bait or not, this is the mentality that a lot of people have with these female characters. Like with Bayonetta, for example, they for years and years said Bayonetta was a queer icon, Bayonetta was a lesbian, and then when Bayonetta 3 came out, oh, by the way, she's got a husband, she's got a daughter, and she's straight, and they felt so bothered by that. But it's like we see this happen with any female character that goes over really well, is they rewrite the history of the character, because you also see that happening with Eve now from Stellar Blade. They say, oh, I've loved Eve, she's so fashionable, she's so cool. You guys fucking hated Eve initially because you said she was an over-sexualized doll. I'm not gonna forget that. There's no way that you're going to be able to rewrite this situation. And sure, Lara Croft, like with any good character, should technically be relatable to all sorts of people, and you should be able to like the character regardless of who you are. But that's not a common mentality with the leftoids. I mean, they take characters that are established, they race swap them, they gender swap them, they rewrite their sexuality or their background or just their story because they themselves are narcissists, and they need to change them in order for them to relate to them on a surface level because they're not smart enough to, I don't know, get like hidden meanings behind characters and just relate to them because they're compassionate or they're funny or they're smart or they're sensitive and things like that.
Yeah, it's shockingly, I don't think that 90% of the fan base is gay or trans or whatever the fuck. But maybe that's why sales have been down, because so many of them have offed themselves. Maybe they're...
Your internet's cutting out again. Uh-oh.
Something. It's not.
Yes, it was.
No, it's not.
What do you mean? No, it's
liar.
Not. I'm not.
Liar.
Why would I say it if I was literally lying?
You're lying. It can't happen.
Okay, now you're actually like, your voice and your mouth are like 10 seconds detached from each other. And now you're frozen. Oh! Okay. I think the clapping worked. I think the clapping fixed it.
We just gotta
still like 2 seconds delayed, but that's okay. It's close enough.
I can't. Yeah, my internet's a bit
Lara
drunk.
Croft's tits back on screen. Nobody's gonna be looking at your webcam. Nobody's gonna be.
It's true. No one can tell if I'm frozen or not.
No,
we're just showing Lara Croft.
Nobody will be paying attention to it. But I mean, with Tomb Raider, hey, at least we're not getting Phoebe Waller-Bridges Tomb Raider, because, I mean, I'm surprised she didn't self-insert with the new show that's going to be coming out, and I'm shocked that they didn't try to line up that sort of like humor. I mean, maybe the new game will have that sort of like cringe-worthy feminist humor in it. Only time will tell, but at least she looks good in this game so far.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not a huge Tomb Raider fan. I like the Angelina Jolie movies just like everyone else because I want to fuck the shit out of her. Like I was I was a teenage boy, so of course I was the intended fan base according to that initial post.
Yeah,
So,
makes sense.
we did get 5 gifted memberships from Bring Back Movie Magic. Thank you very much for 5 gifted memberships. Ryan has a delay now. Well, I'll fucking kill myself then.
No, you're fine now.
Drew Force. How did I say that name? Drew Forch for 5. Just turned 21 today. I'm pretty drunk already. Hey, congratulations. Got finals tomorrow, but had to see the Star Wars God himself, Ryan Kinel. Wow.
That's gonna be tough for you.
Yeah,
good luck.
That's gonna be rough. I hope I hope that you are good for finals because it would be rough.
Probably not when you should get absolutely drunk. Maybe you could have waited until tomorrow night. I mean, it's too late now, but
I support getting drunk. That's on him. But like staying up to like
know
watch
you do,
me,
Ryan. But yeah, I don't know if he should be right before finals. But I guess it is what it is.
Fuck school.
Yeah,
David Smart Jr. for 5. My fuck my life is eating Indian food and drinking whiskey at the same time. So peeps think what happens next. Boys and girls never do that. Boys and girls never do that. What does that mean?
I don't know.
You have
thanks for the 5.
Yeah.
He did say earlier he was very drunk, so.
True. I mean, you're gonna fucking shit all over? I don't know. Grandmaster Chris, hey Vera, just saw your video on the Final Fantasy VII blackface mod trying to uglify my girl. Should be considered a capital offense.
I don't even think that like it's necessarily like uglifying because they literally just made her skin darker. It's not like they changed her facial proportions or anything, but it's just so fucking funny how hypocritical these people are. Oh, if you take a black character and turn them white, your mod deserves to get banned, but if they're white and then you turn them black, oh, that's perfectly fine and it deserves to be on the front of Nexus mods. But that's how it goes.
David Smart, please give me a heads up on Wolverine game. Fuck woke.
Yeah, there's been no other info on it. I hope it is going to at least be decent for the people that are excited. Play Marvel Cosmic Invasion. You can play as Wolverine. That's very good.
There you go. Rahul Ray, watch Durandar, one of the best films of the year. I haven't seen it yet. I have to watch Avatar this week.
Yeah.
It's
Are you
3.5 hours of my life I'm never going to get back.
I just feel like it's such normie movie. Like
it is. What I mean, I like Star Wars is a normie movie, you know? I like normie stuff sometimes.
Yes.
Isn't anything that's massively popular technically normie?
I guess. I just feel like I just feel like it's okay. I'm not the biggest fan of Avatar, but I hope everybody that goes and watches it loves it, and I hope you don't feel scammed out of your money.
I'm definitely not seeing it in that 3D bullshit. That's definitely not going to happen. So,
yeah,
we'll see. Jesus Davila with 2 back-to-back gifted memberships. Thank you very much, Jesus. Shout out. Appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't like the first Avatar. I didn't like the environmental shit. I actually like the second one a little bit better than the first one because I like the family aspect more. But for the third one, I'm rooting for the fire Na'vi to just burn everything down. I want to see them destroy that entire world. I'm tired of it.
Do you think Cameron's going to be pissed when everybody likes his villains more than his protagonists?
No.
He just became a billionaire. Congrats to him, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
God dang. That'd be nice. It'd be nice to have a lot of money, not have to worry about anything else.
All that Chinese money's really rolling in.
I guess 25% of the box office. It adds up when you have that much fucking shit go down.
Yeah. It's kind of wild.
But yeah, I like the family aspect. I like Sully being a dad and all that shit.
Yeah, that was nice.
But
there are elements to each movie that I like. I just feel like there's so much better entertainment out there, but it's okay. Sometimes you just need to turn your brain off and watch mid movies.
It is one of the few it is one of like the few things, like the biggest fucking movies of all time, or a couple of the biggest movies of all time, that just leave no lasting impact on you. You know,
Yeah.
like Endgame. Like I didn't like Endgame, but everybody saw Endgame, and everyone can tell you what happened in Endgame. Avatar, people are like searching for what happened and what this character's name is and what the actual plot was. It's very funny.
Who's the seventh blue guy to pop up on the screen? He appears in 42 scenes. You know?
No, who's the
Yeah.
who's the first one? What are
Yeah.
like the only character that people can name is Sully. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. Gun to my head. If you asked me to list 3 Avatar characters, I'd say Sully, Sully, and Sully.
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what the Colonel's name is. I couldn't tell you what the fucking bitch's name is. I couldn't tell you anything about the movies.
The bitch is Zoe Saldana, duh. It's gonna count for half a point.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't. It doesn't count for half a point. We do have a sad story to talk about. You know,
You go into the sad stories, we're sitting here laughing at fucking blue people. What? That's
well,
okay.
you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's what this.
God damn,
stream
why is it so bright?
It's yeah, it's fucking the wrap. The wrap is bright as fuck, apparently.
God.
Imagine if it's me. Think how big my screen is right in front of me. But yesterday we got some pretty rough news out of Hollywood. Rob Reiner, noted political activist, but also, you know, very prolific director, has directed some people's like favorite movies, a variety of some people's favorite movies, whether that's Princess Bride or A Few Good Men or Stand By Me. Rob Reiner, very prolific director. A lot of movies that people very much are attached to. Certainly hates Donald Trump and has been very adamant about that for the past decade. But pretty horrific situation for his loved ones, his family, when he was found dead alongside his wife. And when this first came out, we weren't quite exactly sure what that would like. It wasn't confirmed that it was him, but it sounded like it was him. We didn't know if there was foul play. We didn't know anything. And then we get some pretty fucked up reports. Rob Reiner and wife had their throats slit by a family member.
That's horrific.
And we would eventually learn out to find that apparently the daughter walked in and found them like this. And she told police that she thought it was her brother, Rob Reiner's son. And sure enough, this morning, Rob Reiner's son, Nick, in police custody after the deaths of director and wife Michelle. He has been booked for the murder of Rob Reiner and Rob Reiner's wife, his parents. It's fucking wild.
It is.
And apparently some new reports came out a couple hours before the stream that Rob Reiner and his son got into a big fight at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party hours before the murders. Quote, he was freaking everybody out. Now, this dude has apparently had struggles with drug addiction and maybe some mental health stuff. Don't fucking know all the details about that. And like, I'm not, even though I pretty much hate everything that Rob Reiner stands for politically, I'm not going to sit here and celebrate the fact that he's dead. It's an awful situation for everybody involved. And no matter what someone's politics are, I don't think they deserve to have their throats slashed by their fucking son and their entire family ripped apart during the holidays. Brutal for the daughter who walks in and finds this. It's a terrible situation.
Yeah, it's horrific to hear that this is happening because, like you said, we don't have to agree with everybody on every opinion that they hold or everything that they stand for. But at the end of the day, it's still human beings losing their lives, and that's sad. And I get very easy to think of somebody both ways, right? To think of somebody for what they previously did many, many years ago. Some of these absolutely like beloved nostalgic films like Princess Bride, Misery, Stand By Me. And it is also very easy to just view them the way that they are now, whether you agree or disagree with them on the state of the world and politics and things like that. But either way, it's heartbreaking to hear. And it's definitely going to affect a lot of people. Yeah. It's sad.
Yeah, and look, I'm not someone who's going to sit here and break down in tears over it or anything. I do think there's a big difference between celebrating somebody dying and being just kind of a little bit indifferent, but it's also still having, understanding of the entire situation, everyone involved.
Right. And there is a lot of
Yeah.
context that we still don't have, like the reports have said. It sounds like it was clearly a mental illness problem and drugs, but we don't have, a deeper look into their relationship. We don't know if there was another factor. I mean, I would assume that those are just the two factors, but I mean, either way, nobody deserves to have this happen to them.
Yeah. So very fucking brutal situation.
Yeah.
Following, like attacks in Australia and shit like that that's going on around the world already this weekend. This is the way that we capped off the weekend. And family just absolutely torn apart because of this dude. Because of this dude, Nick.
He does kind of look like he'd Dexter somebody though.
He does. And look, I like Dexter.
Yeah.
I like Dexter. I did see, to bring a more lighthearted note to it, I did see some black people that were getting very upset, apparently. I know it's shocking. Black people never get upset about anything. But I did see this from...
I'm waiting for the context.
I know. From
dramatic.
Tommy TJ Sotomayor. Dear whites, and this is a real question, why is murdering your parents such a common thing? And when you do it in such a violent manner.
I saw your response.
Is there a non-violent manner to murder someone?
No.
I suppose in theory there are more violent ways to do it.
Well, because people like this, they only view the world through a political lens, a racial lens. They only view it by very simple outlines or guidelines, I suppose you could say. And so of course they would frame it as, oh, whites, why is this so common? And
I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I have no idea what the statistics are of races and the idea of murdering your parents or what is more likely. I quite frankly have no idea. Based on the murder rate alone for black men, I would actually assume that theirs is probably higher than white guys, but I don't really know. So I just decided to assume that this is right, that this is accurate, that white people murder their parents more often. I think the most likely reason is because most of our parents are still in our lives. Hope this helps, prayer hands. Because unlike this guy, my dad didn't go away for a carton of milk and cigarettes and never come back. So maybe that's what it is. I'm not sure.
That might be it, Ryan. You might have hit the nail on the head. I had seen your response to it a little bit before we went live. I was like, Jesus Christ.
I don't tweet often.
When you do, it's hard-hitting journalism. It really is.
It's very selective tweets. And usually it's not even about things that are very important.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
We could tell based on this response.
I mean, what have I even fucking said lately? What have I even tweeted about? It's retweeting a Sports Wars stream. Oh, Santa Claus.
Double check it.
Santa Claus said I was on the nice list. I don't know about that. What else did I say? Oh, Dick Van Dyke. When he's like, the key to living a healthy, long life, anger and hate eats up a person's inside. Probably means I'm going to die soon. This is the second tweet in just a couple I've used prayer hands.
I know.
I need to stop that. It's becoming a theme now.
It is.
This was also a black person thing. Hold on. Murder rates per 100,000. Notice anything? Lowest murder rates, New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, Rhode Island, Connecticut. They put the blues next to it to indicate there's a Democrat states. Highest murder rates, Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, South Carolina, Missouri, red states. Notice anything? I did notice something, but it's not the same thing you notice. Might be the racial makeup, possibly. Maybe,
perhaps.
I don't tweet often. But
no, man, a few words, but very important words nonetheless.
It's usually just something super fucking sarcastic or stupid. It's usually not. Except I will say, when I tweeted about Snape being black, I was being like very serious. You know what I mean?
Because you take Harry Potter very seriously. So I get that.
I do. And it was very upsetting that people were like making the certain arguments they were making about Snape. So,
well, that's how it goes.
I got very upset.
Man.
Very upset. Pretty common for me, I suppose.
That's okay.
Bring back movie magic says fuck Avatar.
Yeah, I don't know. Avatar is just mid in my opinion. I think that it's got some cool cinematography. It's very flashy, very colorful, but
well, it is 100% a mid story. And it's one that we've seen a million
it's
times.
supposed to be a visual experience.
Yes, I don't think there's anything particularly creative about the story or groundbreaking about the story itself. However, the visual effects, I know you won't know this, Vera, because you probably weren't even born yet. But when that first one came out, it was stunning in terms of the effects that we had seen up to that point and what this was. It was truly like it was a visual achievement. There's no doubt
10?
about it. I don't know how old you were.
Yeah, I think I was 10. It came out, 2009?
I think 2009, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I was like, I don't know what month it came out. I was either 10 or 11, but yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely groundbreaking from that perspective, and 100% I think why it did as well as it did. The second one, the effects are outstanding and better than anything we see. I do think the gap is different from the first one when it came out versus everything that had been coming out at that time, and the second one versus everything else. But still, it was pretty phenomenal. I hate 3D shit though, and obviously 3D aspect of Avatar is was like a big selling point initially. Right. I don't fucking like it.
Yeah. Well, they've always marketed the Avatar movies very heavily with the real 3D tech. So, I mean, I get it. There's people that love 3D movies. I personally do not. But then again, I don't go to the theaters to actually see many movies because I don't like enough movies to want to spend thousands of dollars a year going to see movies.
Thousands? Ooh. I don't think I do that.
There's some people that are like, I go to the theater every weekend. But man, that could not be me.
Who does that anymore?
I don't know. I still feel like there's a lot of people that say that they go see movies all the time.
I review a decent amount of movies, and I don't always pay for them, I suppose, but every fucking week, god dang. Yeah. David Smart for 5. Vera, what's your favorite horror movie of all time? Mine is Halloween 78.
Favorite of all, I don't know what my favorite of all time would be. I'm very bad with on the spot rankings. I like The Exorcist. I love The Exorcist. It Follows is really cool. Hellraiser is really cool. Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm very bad with picking like one or two things on the spot, but those would be some of my instant thoughts. Hope that helps.
There you go. Achilles Jones. Hey, Ryan. Hey, Vera. Did you see the Street Fighter trailer? What do you think?
I did see it. I think that it looks very 90s, looks kind of campy.
Yeah, it looks like they are going for a vibe, and I think they hit the vibe really well. I don't know how it's going to do. The characters look really fucking good. And I think that's important. I don't know what the budget is. I don't know what they're expecting it to do, but I think the trailer was a big success because it reminded so many people of, hey, these are the characters.
I don't remember what it has for a budget, but I remember it was like, I think around like 40 to 50 million budget because they do have some bigger names, especially wrestlers. But yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be like I don't think it's supposed to feel like a modern movie. I think it's supposed to kind of feel like a nostalgic throwback. And I think that they really hit the nail on the head with it so far.
It looks like something that's not meant to be taken too seriously. And I think that's a good thing. People said, except for Chun-Li. I mean,
it's a pretty actress, but
she is beautiful.
She needs thighs that could crush watermelons, and she just doesn't have them.
Yeah, I don't know how many women like that are like castable out there.
Well, yeah,
I'm
how
sure
many
there's a
women
couple that
like
you can
that have
find, but
gorgeous faces too? So it's like, would you rather have a pretty face and a decent body, or would you rather have fucking thighs of steel?
yeah,
So it's
exactly.
tough.
And I think they probably chose the right
I
thing,
think
but
the safer option is right choosing a generally attractive actress. But yeah.
um Taker, I watched the Borderlands movie on an hour and 45-minute flight to visit family. Started to watch Way of Water on the way home. No desire to finish it, honestly.
You watched the Borderlands movie, my brother? Oof. That had to have been the worst flight ever. My condolences. Man, that movie was dog shit.
I didn't watch that shit.
Yeah, you're lucky. It was terrible.
There was
Uh,
there was really nothing. I mean, I guess even on a flight, I don't think I would watch one. On flights, I listen to audiobooks and sleep. That's what I do. Like
yeah, sounds
I
like
I
the best option.
I put in an audiobook and I try to pass out for as long as I can. Usually I wake up. Like I will always fall asleep on a plane. But sometimes I don't like stay where I'm at and I like just slump over and like my neck it just hurts so fucking bad when I get up. I'm old
Yeah.
now. I'm old now. Someone says audiobooks are the future. Are they?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
I mean,
like
I
Bob
like
Iger saying, "Hey, we think video games are really gonna blow up soon. I think we're gonna get in the
Y-
video game space."
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I like audiobooks, but I'll always choose a physical book before I choose an audiobook. But that's just my personal preference, and that's okay. It's easy to consume more books if you're just listening to a book.
Eh, I mean, look, I usually don't listen to any audiobooks that I've never read. That is generally my policy because I think that reading it is the best experience. I think you absorb the most. I think you remember the most. All of that stuff. Um, however, I listen to a lot of audiobooks. Harry Potter, the full cast audiobook for Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, I still need to get I
Lazy
still need to
bitch.
get Harry
Lazy
Potter.
bitch.
I know. I've been listening to what's it, Between Two Fires, which is really really good. But yeah, I know. My audiobook game, I'm slacking on it.
No, like I listen when I work out and do all that shit. So it's good for me. I like audiobooks.
Yeah.
Maximus for 199 says Shiitake. Thank you. You see the Stranger Things Volume 2 trailer?
I didn't know.
Yeah, it came out. I think it came out today.
I saw that it came out. I just I didn't take the 2 minutes to watch it. I should, but
Wow.
I know,
Didn't take the 2
lazy.
minutes.
I know.
We could watch it, I guess. I only
Netflix
watched it like
always
on Twitter, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just it's tough because with Stranger Things, right? Since it's the end, I've been basically just putting my blinders on and just not watching or like looking at any of like the photos that are releasing because I'm trying to stay as like far away from it as possible.
I mean, they're not going to do any spoilers or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably not. No.
I feel like actually I feel like look, there's a lot of guesses and that people have and theories and stuff, but actually in terms of spoilers, I haven't seen really anything like that for Stranger Things, which consider how big it is kind of
It's
interesting.
shocking.
And
Yeah.
maybe just because the way Netflix is able to do things and control things, maybe it's a little bit better than like Marvel and Star Wars and stuff like this. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. I mean, I'll watch it, yeah, but I just mean in general for like social media posts, I usually just scroll right past them because I try to avoid it because we know how people are on the internet.
Bro, all I like half of my fucking Instagram feed is Stranger Things shit, honestly.
Yeah,
Um,
in one ear out the other for me.
Here we go.
We failed. We never stood a chance.
This is not over
Not by a long shot.
So they're in the upside down. All right.
Yeah.
This whole time, everything we have ever assumed about the Upside Down has been dead wrong. Mother of God.
I love that it's Jonathan, Nancy, Steve, and Dustin. I do like that group that they chose.
Yeah, I like that group too. They're the I don't know. I don't really like Jonathan now.
I
I
hate
feel like
Jonathan.
Jonathan at first. At first, he actually was a character. He had a personality. He was an awkward guy. He wanted to do fucking mixtapes, and yeah, sure, he was a bit of a creep taking pictures of girls. But like, I still feel like he was a little bit cooler because he had a personality. Now he's just there to exist in the love triangle.
Jonathan has always fucking sucked. Nancy always should have been with Steve. That's just the reality. There's no other answer. Jonathan's a fucking loser.
Yeah.
And I hope he dies.
He probably won't, but
I hope Nancy breaks up with him before he dies so he really hurts. That's what I hope. I hope Nancy chooses Steve and then Jonathan dies.
Yeah.
Or what if Nancy chooses Steve, breaks up with Jonathan, and then Jonathan sacrifices himself to save both of them?
That could happen, yeah.
There is a line later in this trailer that did get me. We'll get to it.
Help me find him. Kill him.
This bit.
Oh, Collie?
Showtime.
God, I thought that was supposed to be the easy part.
It was. I don't know what's on the other side of any of this. If we want to stand a chance of surviving, we need to be a team.
It is time for a new world.
You die, I die. You die, I die. Come on!
There you go. The You Die,
It's a
I
good
Die.
trailer. Yeah, that's
it's a
cool.
solid trailer. The You Die,
Yeah.
I Die got me because I do love Steve and Dustin. And we
Yeah.
talked about that a little bit, the little, the tension that exists between the two of them in the first little bit of the season as Dustin's dealing with the fallout from Eddie's death and everything. So I think the trailer's good, but the You Die, I Die, which is the callback to season 3 when they're like infiltrating the Russian place with Dustin and
Yeah.
Steve, I did like that.
I do like that too. Yeah.
Either of those fucks better die or I will be really upset.
You know, I know that they never explicitly said he died. I fucking want Dart to come back. Save Dustin. There's going to be a scene. Dustin's on the ground. Because there's the scene in this trailer of the Demodogs chasing them through the lab. I know they didn't technically confirm he's alive or dead. I hope Dart comes back. That's the cameo I want.
I think those Demodogs are in the hospital.
Oh, yeah. It could be, yeah.
I think this is
Yeah.
the hospital, and I think this is where Lucas has Max and is protecting.
Yeah.
And
True,
also
true.
when Robin's stupid fucking girlfriend, the dumb bitch girlfriend who I hope dies.
Yeah, Vicky.
Yes, you can see the lights flashing. I think that there's an attack happening in the hospital in this one.
Yeah. It's a good trailer.
Yeah, I think it's solid.
I just want I want Dustin to live. I want Max to live. I don't care about Will. Well, I care a little bit more about Will than I do someone like Jonathan. Steve. Yeah, it'd be cool if he lived.
One of the buyer's children needs to die.
Yeah, if Joyce dies, I'm gonna crash out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be pissed.
I need to see Joyce's reaction to one
Well,
of her
I
children's death.
well,
I need to see that from Winona, you know what I mean?
I think my issue is that the first season was a mother's love knows no bounds, and if both of her kids are about to die, I think that it unfortunately would be a great end of her character arc for her to die, and it would make so much sense because it wraps back to she's the only one that believed in her kids, a mother's love knows no bounds. But also, I would not be happy. So it's hard because it would be good writing.
That's the funny thing is I kind of want both Will and Jonathan to die, which leaves Joyce pretty fucking broken.
Yeah.
That would suck.
She can restart with Hopper. It's fine. Bye.
I think Hopper's gonna die. I think he kind of has to.
I don't think so.
I don't think he. Well, you don't think he has to. You don't think he will.
I don't think he will.
I think he kind of.
I think he will lose Elle. Joyce will lose one of the kids. And then it's like, you've got this rickety, rackety little family who's just trying to get by.
You think 11 will die?
Well, yeah, because then look at how that would affect all of the characters, right? It would affect Mike. It would affect Hopper. It would affect a lot of them. I feel like anything could happen, but I feel like Mike and 11, after all this ends, one of the last sequences we get is like them playing out what he had talked about when the party finishes the mission and going on and like going somewhere else, some paradise. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
I feel like they kind of set that up. But we got to have some people fucking die. We just do.
All I know is that the transition into this first season or this last season was, I know that they have to do it because it takes them 85 years to get between seasons, but the end of the last season felt like, oh shit, the apocalypse is here, the upside down is here, and then it starts and it's like, hey guys, it's been a long time. It's been a year and
a half. We've been occupied by the military.
It felt so goofy. Like we really expected hell on earth and for shit to just instantly hit the fan. And if I get it, right, because it takes so long and they need to have some kind of gap for characters that look different, it's stupid. They should have filmed them back to back.
I think that what my belief is that there's been a plan that has been like playing out for quite some time for Vecna, because he did get fucked up. We do forget that part.
Oh yeah, like, he did. Yeah, he did.
Fucked up at the very end to the point where you thought he might have been dead. He was on fucking fire. He's getting blasted with shotguns, Molotov cocktails. Everything else is getting like hurt as well. He's getting hurt in different places. So like he was pretty fucked up. So I do think he had to retreat and lick his wounds and build his power base. But I think something has been going on, and I think it's all part of a plan. I think that the particles that we saw falling at the end of season 4, I think all that's going to come into play. I think that I would love it if they did it. I think there's a chance that 8 ends up getting turned in some way at some point during this thing. So yeah, we'll see.
I think that we either are going to see 11 die or will die. I don't think both of them can survive, but I feel like it's more so 11 dying will be like the death of Superman, and she'll die stopping Henry, and she'll put her all
Will brings her
into
back to life.
Maybe. I mean, I guess you never know. But
well, 11 did.
We need some kind of like actual death because sure, characters die and it's sad, right? Like Bob, for example. Oh, it's sad. Bob died. But it's not, right? Oh, Eddie died, but it's not the main group and somebody's got to go.
Yes. I think multiple people will. I don't think you should expect like a red wedding where everybody.
I think it's
going to
be like Robin and then I think it's going to be Robin and 11 and then Lucas.
I think you'll have
Max.
I don't think Max can't die.
No, I mean maximum. Like 3 characters. Not Max will die.
Yeah.
I mean maximum.
I think a couple people will die. Couple people have to
Vicky
die.
dies, and fucking like these
I'm fine
random
with
side
that.
characters dies. And Collie dies. You know,
We have to see a handful of the characters that we've been on this entire journey with die, I think. So Hopper, Joyce, Will, Jonathan, Mike, Nancy, Lucas, Dustin, Steve, and you throw Max in there, even though it's season 2. But I think Max is safe. I think that Nancy's safe. I think that Mike is safe, even though Mike dying would be crazy.
I mean, technically, Holly's been around since the beginning, so
Holly, I don't really count that one, but yes, Holly.
I mean, technically, like she is established enough that like maybe they'd feel it would be impactful because also everybody in the story has known her and grown up with her, so like it would affect everybody.
Yeah, but not the same way as I think those 10 characters that I listed
Yeah, no,
would.
I agree.
In the same way that if Karen had actually died, yeah, we've
That
seen
would
her
have been impactful.
It would have been impactful, and we've seen her
Yeah.
since the first episode. And I still think they should have killed her and Ted.
Yeah, I
but
agree.
it's not the same. Like,
Yeah.
Eddie's death is brutal. Eddie's death is a great fucking death.
Yeah.
Billy's death is a great death in season 3. Bob's death is a great death in season 2. But
Right.
they're not the main characters.
Yeah, it's not quite the same level that, we're thinking of for a final season of a show that's been going on a decade.
Yeah. We'll see. Mike Zero Slurse for 10, a confession. I cried during movies when my favorite character dies. I couldn't stop crying when Leonardo DiCaprio died. I was nearly kicked out of during Django Unchained, I think. You can relate, Ryan. You like Leonardo DiCaprio and Django, huh? Your favorite character? I was partially him as well in that movie. Tommy, favorite animated / live action Christmas movies. A couple of my faves are Year Without a Santa Claus, Jim Carrey's Grinch, Muppets Christmas Carol, and Home Alone. Muppets Christmas Carol, one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies. The Santa Claus with Tim Allen, one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies.
That's another good one. Yeah.
Those are like my 2 probably favorites. And then Die Hard as well. I watch Die Hard every single year.
Yeah, Die Hard's good. I do agree Rankin Bass. The Year Without a Santa Claus is like a very nostalgic movie for me personally as well. Love that one. The Santa Claus too. I mean, all your choices are good. Yeah.
That's right. Jim Carrey's Grinch is okay. If we're talking about animated, I do have a soft spot for like the original animated Grinch from like the 60s or whatever that was. I do have a soft spot for that one. I really like that one. It's only like 50 minutes long or something.
Yeah. I really like the Scooby-Doo. I love all their holiday collections. The Christmas ones, Halloween ones are amazing.
That is a wild one I was not expecting.
I'm big into Scooby-Doo.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. How many Scooby-Doos you want? 1, 2,
Fuck.
3, 4. These are all multi-movie collections.
That's
Scooby-Doo, what is it? 100 Frights, the GameCube game, also fucking goated.
So you're a big James Gunn fan.
Fuck James Gunn. I don't like James Gunn. But that's
He did a
okay.
fucking Scooby-Doo movie,
I know,
right?
I know, but still.
Now, I would.
Anyway,
I
like
never,
Scooby-Doo a lot.
I would have never guessed that in a million fucking years.
I know. Who could have thought it, right?
Yeah, it's such a random one. But
Batman
that's cool.
Returns. That's another Christmas good one. I agree. Batman's always good for Christmas. The Arkham games. Whew.
Ladybug must be an alcoholic because she immediately identified the Screwball whiskey.
It is Screwball. Yes. Yes.
Look at that.
We've got good taste.
Ladybug might have a problem.
Mhm.
David Smart. I was watching Fallout Season 1. Jesus Christ, it's terrible. Do you like it? There's only so much sludge I could handle.
I don't know. I didn't think it was that bad.
I thought it was kind of meh. I think there were some parts that were awful. I think they nailed a lot of the aesthetics and stuff. but then there are just some parts that just did not feel like it belonged in the show. It did really well. A lot of people did like it. It did really well with the ratings. So,
Yeah.
but I didn't hate it, didn't love it, just kind of meh. But I'm not a huge Fallout person anyway. So
Yeah, no.
the
get that.
Brotherhood, yeah, the Brotherhood I think was the biggest like thing that bothered me, and the dude from there, it really bothered me.
Yeah.
The ghoul
Stuff
was fucking great.
because if you're a fan of the source material, it's gonna bother you way more. But if you're either not or you're able to kind of differentiate between like the source material versus it being its own like individual or independent project, like I get why people would feel strongly both ways. I think for me, my biggest problem was the characters. A lot of the characters just felt kind of off. I thought the aesthetics were I thought they were fine to teetering on good. I wouldn't say it was amazing though.
Yeah. They did a Fallout house for Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh, that's cool.
It was kind of sucked. Like
That sucks.
so it was really cool aesthetically, like all the different shit, the Nuka-Cola things, like all the different the beasts that were everywhere. Like that was really cool. The house sucked in terms of like a haunted house. You know what I mean? Wasn't fucking scary. It just wasn't a good house. They did have like the people in there playing the chick from the show. At least she's reasonably attractive. So
That's true.
Could have been a lot worse. The Last Boy Scout became a channel member. Thank you, The Last Boy Scout. Bruce Willis smoking a cig. David Smart Jr. for 5 and Stranger Things. What do you guys think could be the worst case scenario? Me, 11 dies and Indian Girl takes over. The villain's redeemed. Shaking my head.
There's no way they would do two
There-
out of
there's
those
no way
three
that-
things.
There's no way that all these things would happen.
Yeah, I think 11 is most likely to die.
I do think, and I spoke about this earlier, I do think that there is a chance that there's some sort of Henry redemption arc, and I would hate it if they did it. But knowing the full backstory of Henry Creel from that stupid fucking play now, and understanding how he got the powers, all the things that happened to him all through school, like all this stuff, there is room for it. Like in theory, with that play being an addition to the canon that not a lot of people know about, including I didn't know about it until I saw the first 4 episodes of this, and I felt like I was missing something and had to go see it, or had to go watch it on YouTube. There is room where a redemption could be possible and maybe even make sense. I think it would be a really poor choice for them to do it.
Yeah, I agree.
A random geek from Bactria for 5. Ryan, I've been binging SWOTOR as of late. What's your favorite character arc from all 8 classes? I main an Inquisitor.
Inquisitor's best.
Well, Vera, I'll answer this because Vera doesn't know anything about SWOTOR.
I don't know.
Probably my favorite storyline was the Imperial Agent. I think that was my favorite storyline to play. It's certainly not my favorite combat or anything like that, but it was my favorite storyline to play.
Yeah, no, I like the agent. I, of course, main an Inquisitor. The Consular is pretty cool as well, and
I hated
I
the
don't know
Consular
anything-
storyline.
really,
I
don't
didn't
know.
like it.
I thought it was okay, but
Yeah, I shouldn't say
always
hated it.
I always
I was
picked
not
the
a huge fan
Empire,
of it.
so like everything Empire just completely dominates anything Republic, but that's all right. And then for expansions, my favorite was, I mean, besides Shadow of Revan, probably Rise of the Hutt Cartel. That storyline was really badass.
I do like I like the Sith Warrior story. I like that one.
Yeah, but I'm always a
I ca-
healer, so I didn't play a lot of Juggernaut or Marauder. It was always just Inquisitor. So.
Yeah, I did Marauder as opposed to Juggernaut, but I did like playing. It's just more fun to play as a Sith. Like, let's just be honest. Like, it's fucking fun because you can treat people like shit and it helps you out with your fucking alignment. So
That's
they're supposed to be
true.
a Jedi. You know?
True and real, but yeah, I don't know anything about SWOTOR. I don't play it all the time.
Yeah,
Was
it was a
the-
joke. It was a joke
Yeah.
because Vera was like, she brags about this, the highest ranked PvP fucking
I was
healer in
the number
SWTOR
one
in
North American
2014.
SWOTOR healer, multiple PvP seasons in a row. Yeah, I do. I do.
There it is. Mike Zero Slurs, does watching Taylor Munson videos count as Christmas videos? Sure. Why not? I need the Muppets Carol on DVD. Also, fuck 2018 Grinch. 2018, is that the one with Benedict Cumberbatch as the voice of the Grinch, the animated one?
I don't even remember. Oh yes, it was.
Yes. I think the movie's okay. They got Black Who's in that one. The movie's okay.
I've only seen clips of it. I've never.
Cindy Lou Who's mom is like a
watched
single
it.
fucking mom and shit. It's all right.
Stuff. Yeah, I know. Strong,
David
independent
Smart
women.
Jr. Screw Christmas. I spent close to $2,000. I hate it.
Hey, at least you got 64 gigs of RAM, my guy. I don't know what you spent $2,000 on, but oh man.
Borg Porg, favorite Hanukkah movie. Mine is The Hebrew Hammer. I don't know.
Sounds
wait,
epic.
8 Crazy Nights, Adam Sandler. That's a Hanukkah movie, right?
I think so.
I got to be honest, that's probably the only Hanukkah movie I know. And I'm pretty sure that it's a Hanukkah movie, but I don't know. David Smart Jr. I spent all my beer money, but screw it. Vera, what's the worst horror movie of all time? Me, it's Halloween Ends. The director could piss off.
I don't know. The worst.
Worst.
Ryan, do you have any thoughts? What's your worst?
Fucking no, I'm not a big horror person.
I don't know. I'd probably just say like Hulu Hellraiser. Again, I'm very bad at answering questions like off the top.
What's your
of my
top 5,
head.
like off the top of your head? What's your top 5
Yeah.
RPGs of all time, Vera?
Yeah, I'm just not good at fucking like. I'm just not good at these questions on the spot. I need to just come up with
You just say you're not good.
a woman. Am I right? I need to come up with a default list. But yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely Saw 7 for me. That was the worst one.
Yeah.
Whatever. Speaking of the worst people in the world, should we talk about a Twitch streamer?
So just people. Yeah.
So I might need some help with this because Vera's a little more keyed in to the cringeness that is the Twitch streamer community. She watches all these people.
Oh yeah, I love them to death.
But a couple months ago, Ethan Klein clapped back at some people who are, pretty big critics of his, but also who reacted in a way to a video that included not really reacting. And Ethan Klein announced back in June that he was suing Denims, Frogan, and Caseytron over copyright infringement involving. It's been months, and this says involving. Incident involving Hassan Piker video. And some of these people are probably going to end up settling, blah, blah, blah. We've heard a little bit about that. Well, Frogan, apparently, some of the pressure is starting to get to Frogan from just being a Twitch streamer and how difficult it is. Now, Frogan, if you don't know, is a dumb, fat Muslim bitch who has, insulted members of the United States military, done some pretty stupid stuff, and holds a lot of retarded positions, simps for Hassan, all these things. She had a little bit of a breakdown on stream. Is there anything else we need to know about Frogan before we watch this?
Nope. You summed it up well.
Dumb, fat Muslim bitch. Got it.
And Twitch streaming sucks. I fucking hate it. It's been bad for a few months.
It might be a little low. I boost it as much as I can, but StreamYard kind of sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
Like if you have fun with it, it doesn't matter. Forget about the money, just have fun.
It's my job, though. I have to focus on the fucking money.
I know you do, but that's unfortunately like you can't control the money. You can only control the content. You know, like you can't control how much money people give you. That's not going to be something you can control. You can just control on how much fun you have, and then hopefully the money will come. You know.
I guess.
No.
So this is a friend of hers who's like hopped on Discord to talk to her. And it's because a couple minutes before this, she started basically begging and trying to guilt trip her viewers saying that she needs rent money.
Yep.
And the friend hops on and is like, why are you begging for money again? In kind of a lighthearted way. And she had an absolute fucking meltdown over
She
this.
got DSP checked. She really did. I mean, being called out by your, I would assume, like, real life friend. I don't know exactly who this person is to her, except for just a friend that could casually, like, call her cell phone. But I think that's hilarious, man. And sure, maybe they were intending for it to be a joke, but if you're that close to somebody, you probably know how sensitive they are and really just how unstable they are, because that's what this screams to me. Is sure, I get the gist of, oh, this is your job, sure, but on the flip side, sitting here and begging for money isn't going to make anybody respect you. And I guess maybe for people like her, she doesn't give a fuck about people respecting her. She doesn't really care about the level of quality. She probably feels slighted by the fact that there are streamers out there who can just, I don't know, do chair streams and walk away from a stream for a half hour and be donated to. She's mad that that's not being handed to her on a silver platter. But yeah, I mean, she probably is also feeling a lot more heat and pressure because of the E3 situation. But
The H3
hey,
situation?
like I think that the copyright situation, the lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that this is, I'm sorry, I think it's kind of funny. Because you are on a screen, you could just walk away from a camera if you're that bothered by something, she's sitting here crying.
It's performative.
Yeah, it is performative. She wants people to feel bad for her. And maybe this was scripted. Maybe her friend called her because they were hoping for a viral clip, and I'm sure that this has gotten a couple million views now because there's people like Asmongold reacting to it. The clip blew up on social media, so maybe this was all part of the plan, and maybe she just doesn't really care about her like public image at this point. But yeah.
The last voice says, does Kinel need rent money? Well, of course I do, just like anybody else whose job it is to do this. But I think there's a big difference between, doing your job, going about your job, making your money versus this and, trying to guilt trip people into doing something like that.
It's a classic DSP move, and that's why nobody respects him.
And Asmongold did react to it. Asmongold reacts to Frogan's emotional Twitch stream about her streaming struggles. And, you can see it right here from Asmongold. Only in America can an overweight woman with brand new nails cry about not having money and then complain that her job sucks because she has to watch YouTube videos. Next, she's going to tell us she got PTSD from reading mean comments. Should have joined the military instead. Now, this all goes back to, I think, probably the most backlash that Frogan ever got, which was when she said that she hopes that United States service members get PTSD and kill themselves essentially for serving their country. If I'm remembering that right.
You are. It's a disgusting comment.
Yeah. So that's why that's in there about the military, about the PTSD. And then, of course, Asmongold did make a video about it. This is talking about the defense fund and all of this stuff as well.
Wait, she's not even on the screen. You're not.
This is when he's reacted and like going through her stream and realized she's not there. She took a break while watching this fucking show.
Even on the screen anywhere. You're just playing a video. Wait a minute. Okay, so never mind. I don't feel bad for her at all. So you streamed for 13 hours straight, and all you do is rebroadcast TV shows And so, like, imagine this, right? She's laying in bed eating DoorDash, and then she comes back to her computer 8 hours later after the playlist is over. It's like, where's my money? Where's my money? Am I wrong?
This coming into
That's
it.
some team shit right there.
It's so fucking accurate. It really is, because this is a like a common theme amongst a lot of Twitch streamers and just like streamers in general, right? Is they feel so fucking entitled that they can walk away and do whatever the hell they want. And she, yes, as he had pointed out, a lot of people have pointed out in their posts on it, she's sitting here with nails that are done that, I mean, are clearly like $200, like a $200 set of nails. And she's complaining and crying about money and not being able to pay rent. Like, priorities, man, priorities.
Yeah, and here's the nails. This has become a thing now, the nails in question. Basically people saying $120, $135, $150 for her nails that she gets done every 2 weeks. She came out and was like, I have a friend that does them for me in exchange for promotion. But these are the nails that were the types of nails that we're talking about.
I got the best nail set of my life the other day.
These are the nails we're talking about and how like ridiculous that they are. That cost like $150, whatever it is, but she can't pay her rent.
Look at them. Look at them. And on top of how beautiful they are, they match my outfit today. Okay. Plaid on plaid. You can't see shit. Plaid on plaid.
I think I think she could skip a couple meals. I think she could skip a couple weeks on the nails. I actually think she's doing fine financially. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, you never really know. I don't watch her, right? I don't hear a lot about her. So
No one watches her. She averages like 100
well,
viewers.
that's true. I can't imagine that she's making a shit ton of money, but also if it's gotten to this point where she has to sit and fucking e-beg, maybe there is like a slight problem. Also, yes, she is, you know, a content creator. I don't even want to call her a content creator, but that's in the middle of drama all the time. But if you need to beg, then you're not entertaining people. You're not somebody that people clearly want to watch, and maybe, yeah, it is time to find a different fucking profession, because your job is to put on a show, to give commentary, to do whatever your niche is, but you have to entertain your audience, and then the support will come. You know, you have to interact with people. But individuals like her see the Hassans, right, making so much money, so they think that they can just do that and copy and paste that template, and then it's going to fucking work, which is wild, because that's not going to work.
Well, and let's be honest too. Hassan's got a lot of money, and he believes in the redistribution of wealth.
Yeah.
If you know, I think Hassan could step up and help her pay her rent. Don't you think? I mean, all these
she was
people,
one of
that's
the
what they believe in.
people. She was one of the people that he had come out and said that he was going to help back financially for that lawsuit that he ghosted. So we saw that one.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And look, and then a lot of people in the chat have obviously been saying, you know, what about these nails and the visible tattoos and the stuff? What's haram? What isn't? I'm going to be honest. I don't know all the fucking rules for Muslim women or whatever exactly type of thing she practices. I honestly do not know. I know the rules are different depending on probably where you live and who you are, what you practice, whatever.
I think
I'll
any
tell you one-
level-headed adult, though, knows to prioritize real living expenses over things like nails.
I will tell you one thing. One thing that is definitely haram about her. This bitch eats pork. There's no fucking way she's this fucking fat and hasn't been eating some bacon. I will say that. So that's haram. I'll tell you that much. God, what a pig.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong.
What a pig.
Oink oink. Do you remember when she got so bothered by the Miss Piggy images from a couple months ago that were being shared in one of the million controversies that she's always found herself, and she got so bothered and she was crying on stream over it?
Was it Tectone that got suspended for calling her fat?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he got like a month suspension or something for saying that she's fat. And it was like a harassment. 2 weeks, says Namens. Namens keeps track of all these fucking streamers. I don't know why Namens. He watches me, I guess, too. So thank you for keeping track of me too. But yeah, he's always in on all this fucking drama. Yeah, just for calling her fat, that was it. Whereas you have people that are wishing for the death of people, calling for the death of people, the violent threats that we've seen from so many of these different fucking streamers, every controversy Hassan's been involved in, and Tectone calls her fat and gets a 2-week suspension. Fucking ridiculous.
Yep. I mean, look at how Twitch handled her PTSD statement. What did they do about it? They gave her a slap on the wrist and then said bye-bye.
If for basically wishing, like saying that she hopes American service members kill themselves.
If you don't like America, leave. Bye.
Yeah, and look, I don't. My take is I don't think she should actually be suspended or punished for saying that. I think it's her right to say that. I think we shouldn't punish people. But if we have these platforms and we have these rules for people on the platforms, and
then
they need to be applied.
Yep,
That's
applied.
the thing.
It's either
as long
for
as I
all
know
or
what
for
the,
none.
as long as I know what the rules are, I can abide by those rules. But as soon as I get held to a different standard than anybody else, that's when I have a fucking problem with it.
Yep, I 100% agree.
Wangal for 670. 6'7". What? Wait, what are you laughing at?
Everybody's trolling me with the 6'7" dog shit.
You don't like it?
Do you like it?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna say that I like it, but I have no problem with it.
I think it's fucking stupid.
It is a little stupid, but there's also like, to me, when it comes to the 6'7" stuff, there is something that is kind of very non-offensive about it.
Well, it's not like, yeah, it's not like it's
not
bothersome.
like
I just think it's stupid.
Yeah, it is kind of stupid, but it's not some it's not some like secret meaning thing that means something fucked up. It just means nothing. And kids specifically just have fun saying it. So I find like nothing wrong with it. So it's one of the rare things I don't get triggered by.
I think it's fine when 12-year-olds are going 6'7" because I think it's funny. When there's a 30, 40, 50, 60-year-old saying it. Even if I say it, I think it's cringe. So
if I go 6'7", like that's cringe.
8, 9.
That's not funny.
You're not funny.
Well, arguable. What do y'all think can go good with eggnog?
Nothing. Also, eggnog is disgusting.
I'm not a big eggnog person either. I don't get the appeal. I'd rather drink milk, and then I'd rather get drunk on whiskey or something. So
alcoholic makes sense.
No, I'm just saying if these are what we're like doing. Also, what's one thing y'all wish you could get this year but just can't? There's a lot of fucking answers to that question. One thing I wish I could get this year. A new car,
more
maybe?
RAM. Could always use more RAM. That's an investment.
That's a good one. Yeah, I'd say a new car. I don't need one. Yeah, my car's doing good, chilling. And 92,000 miles on my Nissan Altima. I drive a fucking lot. But yeah, new car, I guess.
Nice.
I don't know. Noble Phantasm for 5. If she walked around the house with those nails in peaceful Palestine, she would have been stoned.
Maybe.
I think she should give it a try. I think she should give it a try. Why not? You know, go for it. Go for it, Frogan.
Yeah.
We want to see how peaceful it is over there. How nice everyone is.
She can go vlog it.
Maybe. Get a wide angle camera. Taker. Frogan's dad has exhausted all his options, cousins, for an arranged marriage. Now he has to embarrass himself and go outside the bloodline. Collegia 3D for 2. RAM is through the roof.
It is. It's an investment. I'll take more RAM. That's fine with me. I saw an image earlier that it's like RAM you can afford versus RAM you can't. It's like RAM you can afford, it's the truck, and then it's like RAM you can't afford, and then it's the actual computer part. It just made me laugh because, yeah, I mean, RAM that used to be $250 is $1,000 now. I know we always make, or I guess maybe you don't. I always make the joke that my biggest regret in life is like not getting Bitcoins in like 2005, right? Not getting a house in 2005. Hey, I at least have something up on everyone else now. I have like the $4,000 worth of RAM right now. The RAM I paid $250 for is $1,000 alone. So kind of winning.
That's crazy. That's a lot. I probably do need to upgrade soon at some point, if I'm being
That
honest.
sucks for you.
Yeah.
That's the worst
know.
case scenario.
It's not like it's going to get any cheaper. So
Yeah.
everything just sucks all the time. That's the secret to life, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Your life is always going to suck, and if you ever think it's going to get better, you're wrong. So, NTR uncle, keeping that 70 IQ in the family, inshallah.
70 might be generous.
It might be generous. What's the standard for mental retardation? Is it like 71? 6, 7?
I don't. I'm ending stream. Bye, guys.
You can't end the stream. You don't have the power.
I don't know what the number is.
It's close to there. That's why I said
it is.
7.
It is. I want to say it's 70. Yeah. Yeah, below 70.
Yeah. A diagnosis of intellectual disability, formerly known as mental retardation. Oh, we can't even call it retarded anymore.
No,
How are you supposed to call retards
to.
retards then? With an IQ around 70. 2 standard deviations below the average score of 100. It's rough, especially for all those countries in Africa that have a lower average IQ than that. That's rough.
Yeah. Well, 70 is just the
Sub-Saharan,
US
sub 70.
standard. Yeah.
Sub-Saharan, sub 70. Death of Marco. I refuse to give you rent money, Ryan, but I will give you rant money. Well, thank you very much. I rant for my rent. That's how I view it.
You are good at ranting. It's just a fact.
Well, thank you. Some people would argue. Some people don't like me.
You're good at
I know it's
arguing,
shocking,
too.
Vera. Can you believe there's people in the world that don't like me?
Wow. How could I ever have guessed that? I mean, looking at your X feed alone, you're a light of positivity, resplendent ray of sunshine. You're a man of few words, but very important ones. Never mind your YouTube account. So, I wouldn't have guessed that.
I feel like I'm a man of a lot of words. Not on Twitter, though. Very few on Twitter.
We got to get you tweeting more.
Yeah, like no one can accuse me of like rage baiting for monetization. I have like 500,000 impressions or something a month. I'm not even close. I'm like 10 times below the threshold needed for monetization. I'm doing it for the love of the fucking game. Okay? That's why I'm tweeting the handful of things I tweet every month.
It's the way it is sometimes.
Vera, what is 13.4 divided by 2? Can you do math quick?
Nope. I'm not going to do it.
Wow.
They've been doing this to me too.
A stupid woman.
You know what it is.
Shocking.
You all know what it is.
The last Boy Scout pretend. How does the redhead feel about the 19th Amendment?
Women should have less rights. It's the way it goes.
My thought process is actually, do I think repealing the 19th Amendment would make the country a lot better for me? Yes, I do.
Well,
However,
we've talked about it. I think that everybody should be given a standard test.
yes, that is
See,
what I
that's
believe
BS.
as well. I think that, truthfully, I think that we should just be selective about who gets to vote in general. I think there's retarded men out there. I think there's retarded women out there. I think there's retarded white people, retarded black people, retarded Mexicans, retarded everything. So I think that everybody should be given a fucking test in order to be allowed to vote. Men and women.
Yep.
Let's see. Naymans paid 270 Canadian for two 16 gig RAM DDR5 6000 megahertz back in March. Hearing cell phones are now offering 4 gig RAM options due to current shortage. Fuck my life.
Yeah, so I had gotten a new computer back in April, and so I paid way more for a 5080 and also the 9950 X3D. I paid like $500 over MSRP or $600 over MSRP for the 5080, and then I paid more for the 9950 X3D because it was out of stock. So I had a company actually build my computer. First time I guess it's technically second time. Usually I build my own computers, but it's like even with the higher prices then, I still would be paying more if I built it now because RAM is so much more expensive. So like
That's
technically I
wild.
still saved money even though I paid the inflated costs back in April for these other parts.
Oozlenap for 5. I'm having trouble streaming with my computer being too slow for it. How much RAM is good for StreamYards? I gotta be honest, I don't know about StreamYards. I know Google Chrome is a fucking RAM vacuum. So a lot might depend on the browser you're using. I would recommend maybe potentially trying to use another browser if you're having trouble with it. But I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you. I'm not a computer person. I'm not a whatever. However, if you are looking to upgrade just in general,
I hope
you
you're
can always take a
rich.
look at Meta PCs. And you know what? Oozlenap, you bring it up. I have a great deal for you. Meta PCs is linked in the description of this live stream and every one of my fucking videos. And if you go there, use that link, and when you check out, use the code RK Outpost, you get a discount. How about that?
It's pretty
Who doesn't
good.
love that? But obviously, I don't know what you're looking for, and they've got a whole range of stuff there, from kind of bare bones to souped up crazy machines. But I really don't have a good answer about how much RAM is good for StreamYard.
Also, keep in mind your upload speeds as well for streaming. 'Cause that is
That's
important
true.
too. So do a speed test.
As I'm sitting on my fucking mobile hotspot because my internet
Yeah.
shit out. Yes.
Yep.
Taker, are you below a 70 IQ? Thank you. I think that's the appropriate way to read those, just for the record, just so you know. GraphWeb for $2 for fuck's sake, cancel Disney Plus. GraphWeb, the most consistent person on the internet, by the way. Oozlenap for 20 says happy Hanukkah, happy holidays. Thoughts and prayers for my bros in Sydney. Yeah, what happened in Australia is pretty fucked up. It's great to see how the Jewish community there and around the world not stepping down. On the contrary, stepping up the energy of the holidays. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when Hanukkah starts and when it ends or anything.
Hanukkah started
obviously don't-
today.
There you go. I obviously don't celebrate, but happy Hanukkah to you, Oozlenap. And yeah, a lot of bad shit happened this weekend.
Absolutely. It's been a wild past few weeks, but yeah, this past like couple of days has been horrible.
Blob Eunice says Ryan get Mossad money. Look, if Oozlenap's Mossad, he's still free to super chat me. I will accept the money. So shout out. Over on PayPal, Deeds, Minnesota says, really? I can't believe some people don't like you. Have a good week. Thank you, Deeds, Minnesota. You're awesome. Thank you for watching. Someone says 6,000 to 7,000. $7 checks are nice. Bro, I wish somebody paid me $7,000 a month. fuck. I can
Who
tell you,
wouldn't like
tell
that?
you what, I'd be tweeting a hell of a lot more if I was getting that kind of money. I can tell you that much. Speaking of
Yeah,
tweets,
it started Sunday sundown. Today's the first day.
okay. Okay. I'm not super up to date on the Jewish holidays, other than I think Hanukkah's
Yeah,
8
but
days.
it technically starts the night before. They're the
Ah, there you go.
sundown the night before, but today's the first day. It's okay. It's all right.
Namens for 5. Fun fact: you cannot work from home at most call center companies. Will not approve your hiring if you use cell data for your internet. I believe that. I imagine if you do work, if you like a remote job or whatever, you're working from home, they probably do need to make sure you have good internet. I get that. Uzelnap says, there you go, confirmed. Confirmed Mossad money or confirmed Hanukkah dates. We'll never know.
Both.
Last Boy Scout says, Mossad HQ here. Keep doing your thing, Kinel. Thank you.
It's pretty good timing.
Thank you. You guys aren't supposed to say that out loud. You're supposed to be better organized than this. We got to talk about Avengers Doomsday a little bit, Vera.
We do.
A lot of reports and things like that have come out over the last day or two, 24, 36 hours, whatever it is, about Avengers Doomsday trailers, which, as a lot of us guessed a long time ago, would debut along with Avatar. However, the way that they're debuting, the nature in which they're debuting, and the number of different trailers has caught a lot of people's attention. Apparently, there are reportedly 4 different trailers for Avengers Doomsday. They're going to play different weeks while Avatar is released. So week 1, it's going to be the first one. Week 2, week 3, week 4. They're hoping to, I think they're hoping that Doomsday benefits from what Avatar will probably have a big box office. And they're probably hoping maybe a couple people will come out there to see those trailers and give a few more views to Avatar. I don't know how well that's going to work for them, but that's what they're going to do. And got a big report that the first trailer features none other than Steve Rogers. Chris Evans returning as Steve Rogers, which we all knew was going to happen. No matter how many times they denied it, we knew it was going to happen. It's not a surprise. But one of the things along with this, not only is one of the trailers specifically going to be all about Steve Rogers, but now people are talking about the prominent role that Steve Rogers is going to have in this movie. And they're even like replacing Sam Wilson with Captain America for a new show at a couple Disney areas around the world. People are not very happy about this. And when I say people, I mean the modern MCU fans, the ones who can't actually have, these things that are targeted to them, and then they're not profitable, they fail. We've seen 5 years worth of failure for Marvel in the MCU to the point where they are bringing back Robert Downey Jr. They are bringing back Chris Evans. They're bringing back these characters that everyone else cared about back when the MCU was successful. And some people aren't happy about it. First teaser for Avengers Doomsday will reportedly focus on Chris Evans, Steve Rogers. The reason is to establish him as it says the lead character in the film. I think he's going to be prominent. I don't think he's going to be the lead character.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be the lead. But
I think that's another Daniel RPK bullshit who just got called out for lying multiple times within the past 48 hours. But
it's every
he's
other
going to
day
be
with
in
him,
it.
so I mean, I get it.
He is going to be in it. But look at the way people are reacting to this stuff. Sam Wilson, this guy is actually Black Captain America, which is crazy. Sam Wilson, you deserve so much better than being overshadowed like this. I really hope this movie doesn't sideline him after building up new. This is Kiki. What's up, Kiki? Do you love me? After building up new characters, Disney's listening and caving to the bitch and whiners who make the most noise on social media and don't want to see any progress. What else is new?
They're a fucking company. They want to make money. They need to get people into theaters. They need viewership on their products. And hey, they gave Sam Wilson a couple shots right? Clearly it didn't work. It didn't stick with the audience. And so they're reversing course. I don't like Marvel. I don't like Disney. I generally don't like the decisions that they're making nowadays. This is a smart decision, though. They're losing so much money. And Chris Evans, I don't think he's obviously the biggest actor, but I think that he is a big actor, and they could put him on posters and they could put him in trailers, and even if he's not the main character, he will still be a lead character, and it will work, and it will bring people back. There will be people who for years have felt slighted, have felt disappointed, that will go, you know what, I'm interested in this. Sam was not a good Cap, and that's just the way.
He was a good character. He was great as Falcon.
Yeah, he was a good Falcon, and they should have kept him as Falcon. He was a good character up until they decided, nope, out with the old Steve Rogers and in with the new DEI fucking sloppo agenda.
Yeah, and look, the people that make the most noise on social media are actually you freaks, if we're being honest, which is maybe why so many of these companies thought that they could get away with doing this and were pandering to you. They saw all the people like you on social media and they said, look at all the traction that these tweets are getting. We should make everybody black, female, and gay, right? And they tried that for 5 years and it's failed spectacularly. And it's not just that people bitched and moaned about it, it's that they stopped watching. So because those people stopped watching, they're now trying to get them back. That's what we're seeing. You stupid fucking cunt. Tar shit says, if he's really going to be the lead of this movie, then yeah, I'm done. Done.
Bye. Were you ever even showing up to watch these pieces of content in the first place? Because clearly there weren't enough of these people.
There aren't enough of you he-hims out there. Fuck the Russo bros. Fuck Kevin Feige. Hope Bob Iger gets an RSVP ticket straight to hell for the AI billion-dollar deal. Fuck Disney. And it's because big if leaks are sure this means nothing anymore. I feel sorry for Sam.
Yeah.
Even if Steve isn't Cap, him being the lead over Sam is just giving the racist losers more to work with. Look at the way people are talking about Sam Wilson right now. It's gross.
It always boils down to the racism, sexism, some Easterphobe angle, because these people can't just cope, and they can't cope with the fact that they're not being pandered to anymore, and that ultimately, yeah, companies are companies. This is what we have been saying for years. You need to never trust these fucking companies. When the money dries up, they will abandon you. And as we've seen for years, they thought that chasing these fucking DEI agendas and pushing them into every piece of content was going to work, and it didn't work. The money dried up, so they said, okay, we have to reverse course. Why are you so salty over that?
Yeah, we've got Gary. Well, I mean, I get why they are salty. And
well, okay, I get why they're salty, but they were at least given a chance, and they didn't show up and actually take that fucking opportunity and run with it. They didn't show up. They didn't go to the box office. They didn't go to theaters. They didn't stream it. They didn't buy it. Piracy is up massively for superhero content because nobody wants to monetarily support this.
This is what I think. This is my argument. I think these people did do that. I think they did go to the movies to support it. I think they did watch it on streaming. But the truth is there's not enough of them to make it profitable. Like that's the reality. And if I was these people, I do understand them being a little bit salty. I mean, I think they're fucking retarded. I think all of them are mentally ill. I think most of them are probably going to fucking end themselves not too long. But they were pandered to by this company. They were told by this company that this is important to us, that we're getting rid of the old and we're bringing in the new, and this is what we're doing. All new, all different Marvel, all these fucking characters that have been maligned and sidelined and people didn't care about. We're going to give them to you because we care about fucking diversity. That is our number one priority. This is what these freaks and degenerates and fucks were told by Disney and by Marvel, because that's truly what they wanted to do. And so now they're going back on all of that.
And these companies bought into the activists' bullshit hook, line, and sinker. There was never this giant modern audience that wanted this content. It is fake. That group of people, it isn't. I guess maybe there's a couple of them out there. It's like in video games, I suppose. There's a handful of people that will buy Sweet Baby Slop, though generally that shit epically fails, but it's a cultural Marxist plot. I mean, this is just exactly what we've been calling out for years. DEI is a cultural Marxist plot, and now we're seeing these companies say, hey, this isn't fucking making us money. We're going under. We need to go back as quickly as possible. And that's why they're bringing back people like Chris Evans. And yeah, I'm sure that it's going to be way more successful than the last handful of projects they've put out.
And, you know, and what Marvel is doing is they are attempting to get that audience that they lost back. But by doing so, they might alienate the current audience they have, which is significantly smaller. But there is a chance they alienate that audience and don't get anyone back, which would be
That is true.
kind of the funniest thing to happen in the world.
I don't necessarily know if I think that would happen though, because there are people that are so desperate for those good MCU days back. There's people that want to believe that we can go back to the End Games and the Infinity Wars and the Iron Mans and the Thors. I don't think that we're ever going to get back there. I personally don't believe it, but I know that there are people that are so desperate to, which I understand. When you love something, when you're passionate about something, when you care about something, you want to look the other way and say, maybe they could fix it.
Seeing Marvel, this is from Kaiser Cinema, seeing Marvel just carelessly throw projects at the wall with no actual direction so bad, they've resorted to basically making a legacy sequel, not even a decade since Endgame, is truly heartbreaking and sad to see. Spider-Man's the only thing that has me locked in till after Secret Wars, which I hope will reset most of this. I do think Secret Wars will reset everything. Marvel focusing on the big thing, and this is because reportedly the trailers are going to be about, and we'll see, about Captain America, Thor, and Doom, Robert Downey Jr. Marvel focusing on the big three from the previous saga instead of characters they've been building up the last 5-6 years shows everything wrong with Doomsday, by the way. The problem is you haven't built anyone up. No one's invested in those fucking characters. And it's time for you freaks. And it's not surprising that of all the people that we've looked at in these posts, 22 years old, 24 years old, 23 years old. I don't know. This guy has me blocked, but I don't know how old this person is. This guy's probably pretty young, but who fucking knows? Don't know how old Kiki is. Don't know how old Jack is. But the chances are, just like the ones that have the Palestine flags in their bio and all that shit, they're probably pretty fucking young. And they're also probably pretty fucking retarded. And you probably have no fucking idea that your worldview is not popular in any way, shape, or form. That's why we're at the place where we are. That's why all these characters have fucking failed, because they are not popular. I know it's shocking that when it didn't work in the comics and people rejected in the comic books, you try to bring those characters to live action. It didn't work there either. And this is Marvel trying to adjust.
Yeah, because nobody wants the Miss Marvels. Nobody wants the Riri Williams. People want the Hulks and the Thors and the Caps. And as we were talking about earlier with Tomb Raider, right? I do think that, yes, there are plenty of women who like the MCU, as I think that there are plenty of women that like video games. There are plenty of women that like Lara Croft and like Tomb Raider. But at the end of the day, your biggest audience is male skewing, and you need to make content that appeals to them first and foremost. And ladies will follow, like me, for example. I would 99.999% of the time choose the content that is, aimed towards a male audience versus a female audience. And that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, and your audience, it is predominantly male, but it's also predominantly not fucking gay and don't want to be lectured about fucking racial and gender politics.
You're stacking up the problems, yeah.
Yeah. So it's shocking that all these things didn't work. Shocking, I tell you.
Mm-hmm. Who would have thunk it?
I love it. Jose talked to you about the new Star Wars game. We didn't. Actually, I almost forgot to do that. We're almost out of time. Yes, we can talk about this. There is a big Knights of the Old Republic fan.
I am,
right?
sadly.
And I am too. I love KOTOR. I love KOTOR 2. I think not only are they some of the best Star Wars games ever made, I think they're some of the best games ever made. I love KOTOR.
Yep.
And we know the KOTOR remake that was announced like 4 fucking years ago still is technically in development, but considering it's a remake and it's taken this long, sounds like it's dead in the water. And honestly, we've had a lot of Star Wars projects, including Star Wars Eclipse, which was announced with a big CGI trailer not that long ago, completely dead in the water from everything we know. Well, now we have a new Star Wars game to look forward to, maybe, if you want to get tricked. Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic, announced as a KOTOR spiritual successor. Now, all we knew when this trailer debuted at the Game Awards was, oh shit, a Star Wars game? Full CGI trailer. Really not getting a good look at too much. A very short 1 minute and 30 seconds with a female protagonist who at the very end does this. Wait, I'm not actually showing it. The very end does this. And they revealed the title, Fate of the Old Republic. Everybody was freaking out. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's KOTOR 3. Oh my gosh, it's the next KOTOR game. Oh my gosh. It's not. It is not in continuity. It is not the next KOTOR game. What's that?
It's completely detached.
It is completely detached. And it's not going to be in canon with it. Like nothing. Casey Hudson, the director of the first game, is working on this game with a brand new studio, Argonaut Studios, which when I say brand new, I mean brand new. Argonaut Studios joined Twitter September 2025. This is a game that is effectively no work done on it yet. And in all likelihood is not going to be out for years if it ever sees the fucking light of day. But it is just another way to try to prey on Star Wars fans' nostalgia, in my opinion. And I'm not convinced it's ever going to happen, but I'm not interested in the game.
I 100% agree. So Casey Hudson has been a part of some absolutely amazing games, Knights of the Old Republic, Mass Effect, but his last game was Anthem. And I know there are some people that say, well, you should judge him by his winners, not his losers, because really he only has the one loser. You have to consider KOTOR's amazing, Mass Effect's amazing, Jade Empire's amazing. I can't. I'm sorry. People change over years. And just because he used to make great games doesn't mean he could necessarily now. It's like David Jaffe, for example. Oh, if he had God of War today versus what he previously did with God of War, it would be insanely different. But we're talking about a brand new studio who basically just released a couple of second logo announcement, and it's not going to be out for years if it even ever comes out, because we heard this happen with Perfect Dark, and it's happened with a lot of games now. Companies will basically create tiny sections of games specifically to put in a trailer, or they will make these CGI trailers just to gauge reaction. Because if this got, I don't know, 100 million dislikes, right, compared to 1 million likes, they wouldn't put it into full development. But they wanted to test the waters. And sure, hearing Old Republic is very cool. It instantly makes you want to be excited, but when you know the state of the video game industry, you know that Casey Hudson's last game was Anthem, you know that this is a brand new studio, you know it's Disney Star Wars, it's all bad.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Casey Hudson still at like one of the higher ups at BioWare with Dragon Age Veilguard? Like before he left again to start the studio? He was not there still?
No, he had, funny enough, he actually had made another video game company in 2021 that NetEase bought, and then that was it. That was the last thing we heard. He was part of BioWare a second time, but he left all the way back in 2020.
Okay.
So maybe, sure, he was there while Veilguard was technically going on, because that was on and off development for 10 years. Right, but he didn't actually, his name wasn't attached to that game at all whatsoever. So, like, I suppose you could view it maybe that way, but his name wasn't attached to Veilguard.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I thought he was there at BioWare a little longer while it was still in development. But
Yeah,
okay.
no, he was there until 2020, and then he started a new video game company that went on for several years, was bought by NetEase, then NetEase shut it down, and then we found out that he started Argonaut Studios just a couple of months ago.
Yeah, and I just, Jason Schreier came out and was like, hey, just so you guys know, and Jason Schreier, as much as I despise that man with every fiber of my being, he does have good industry sources. And Jason Schreier's like, hey, just so you guys know, this game has not even really started development. I wouldn't expect it till at least 2030, if not later. Maybe it'll be a PlayStation 7 game. That's what Jason Schreier said. And Casey Hudson's like, don't worry about those things. I'm not getting any younger. We'll get it to you before then.
I do not believe that at all whatsoever. There's no fucking shot that this game comes out before 2030 unless it is a smaller game. And maybe it will be. Maybe it'll be smaller in scale and scope. Maybe it won't be as ambitious as you think. But for the level of quality that KOTOR was at the time and how amazing KOTOR is and how beloved it is still to this day, there's extremely high expectations riding on this. And you can't come out with a half-assed product.
Yeah, and again, it is just trying to, there's only so much nostalgia that you can mine, and KOTOR is one of those things you can still mine. We saw the reaction to the KOTOR remake, right, which is dead in the water. That's a way easier thing to do than this, and that's dead in the water. But they can mine that, even though this isn't connected, even though it's not going to be any part of the fucking story, even though they've erased those things, even though we don't even know what the fuck the Old Republic is anymore, and what time frame this might be in, and how it might lead into the High Republic trash that everyone's fucking rejected. Nothing we know about this.
And another major problem in the interview that Casey Hudson did was he worded it very specifically that it's a very open time period, that there's not a lot that's established. There's a lot of like wiggle room and things to work with. That to me is the biggest red flag out of like this entire situation. If this ever releases, yeah, I just don't have faith in it, at least at this point in time.
Yeah, Hudson just said the game is described as early in development.
Yeah, because your studio's early in development. Your studio only just opened.
Yeah. Doug Riley clarified to StarWars.com that Fate of the Republic is not of a direct sequel or a continuation of BioWare's KOTOR series. But there's an immense amount of open space to tell new original Star Wars stories while staying true to the spirit of the galaxy we all love. There are quite literally infinite stories to tell. Now,
yeah, surely.
What I will say is this. Disney Star Wars is gay and lame.
Mm-hmm.
If you told me that Drew Karpyshyn was also returning for this,
I'd be way more.
Maybe it wasn't, and then maybe it was actually attached to KOTOR, and you were doing something outside of Disney canon, and you were doing something back in, the expanded universe, I would be fucking all right. Let's fucking see what you got, because Drew Karpyshyn, in my opinion, I listen. I'm not a game developer. I don't know what goes into it, but I do know that in every aspect of entertainment, storytelling is incredibly important. And to me, that's the best part of the Knights of the Old Republic, of everything. And Drew Karpyshyn was the most important aspect in my mind of the stories that came out of there. Go ahead.
I agree, but you also have to consider that Drew and Casey worked on every single game together. Every video game in both of their careers, they worked together. The last thing they both did was Anthem. He also helped fucking ruin Anthem. So it's like, that's so tough because, they had made so many good games together. But people can change over the years. So it's so tough because I do want to be excited. I do want to have faith in it. Though, as far as we're aware right now, he's at Wizards of the Coast. So he's working on. Was
there even a story in Anthem? Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, was that the problem with Anthem? Was the story, or was it?
Yeah, Anthem was basically just throw everything together. It's guns, it's explosions, it's jetpacks, it's traversal. It was supposed to feel larger than life, and it just didn't. But as far as we know right now, Drew is over at Wizards of the Coast. WotC did just announce 2 new games. Anybody who works at WotC is a major fuck up, in my opinion. Major red flag. I don't know, but yes,
really
I
like
do
what Drew
agree. If
Karpyshyn
these
is.
two were together, I would have maybe a little bit more.
I don't really
or
care
maybe a
about
little
Casey
more hope.
Hudson. It just I have liked virtually everything that Drew Karpyshyn has done in the Star Wars universe, including the books. Right. So I would have much more faith in the project if he was attached. Where Casey Hudson, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So Bastila or Karth? Who would I like to fuck? Is that what you're asking? Bastila. Who would I like to annoy the fuck out of me? Karth.
They're both great characters. Why not both?
Down you go. Achilles Jones for 2. Any news on Star Wars Eclipse? Nothing.
Last
That
thing we
game's not
heard was
fucking
basically
happening.
that all of the leadership quit. Or they got rid of all the leadership, so no, nothing besides that.
Yeah, that game's nothing. CJ, they decanonized EU, and now they want to leech off the name of old properties for nostalgia.
Every company does it.
Yep. Well, with that being said, Vera, we've actually gone overtime today.
Wow. Insane.
But we are what else do you have going on, Vera? Where can people find you?
You can find me here on YouTube and X at Veridark, Dark Titan Media. I'll be streaming some video games, of course, tomorrow, Tuesday, on Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, next week for Christmas. I believe I'm going to be starting the Arkhamverse again because I got a MetaQuest 3 so I can finally play Arkham Shadows. I'm super hyped for that. But I'm going to be streaming games this week. On Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, I'll be doing the Vera and Virtue show. And schedule, I'm certain, will be a little bit wonky over the next 2 weeks. A little bit, right? Because of the holidays. But you can always find us on Mondays, 9 p.m. Eastern, on either Ryan's channel or my channel. Next week will be over on my channel. And then I put up like 80 videos a day.
There you go. So go check out Vera. Link is in the description below. We'll be back next week on her channel. Yeah, let me just make sure I didn't miss anything over on Rumble. I think we're good there. I think we're good on this side. And yes. All right. That's it, guys. Thank you for another Fuck My Life podcast. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.